Hello Capricorns, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your person on your mind reading. We are looking at their feelings towards you and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course. All of that is in the description box below for you. All right, Capricorns, let's take a look and see what is going on for you. We're going to grab a couple of these for some overall energies, then we're jumping right into your tarot. What is their energy towards Capricorn? We have compromise or making changes. And others' opinions. I feel bound by my culture or my family's beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself based on their beliefs. I see this marriage or sacred union at the bottom of the deck. I see this responsibilities card. Then it says the future. I daydream about a future together. And it's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you. And then I see this unexpected, all of a sudden energy. I'm going to be very honest with you, Capricorn. This is feeling very specific to me. So this may not resonate for most of you, okay? And if it does, let me know. But if it doesn't, just go check out some of your other sign placements. I do read for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So you may be able to go check out one of those sign placements and find a message for you. But I do feel like for some of you, I feel like with this compromise or making this changes, it's reminding me of the Three of Pentacles energy. I kind of feel like there is somebody here who is trying to make something work, okay? I kind of feel like this is somebody who is, I want to say, giving to more than one situation in their life, right? Struggling to maintain two situations. Now, this could be, a connection with you and a commitment that they're in. So this could be, whether it's like a work commitment, maybe they're really struggling to maintain the career at the level that they were in their dreams and this connection with you. It could be something like that. Or it could be struggling to maintain a party kind of lifestyle with a serious commitment. Or it could be, maybe they're in a commitment and they're struggling to maintain, whatever this is with you here, okay? So I kind of do feel like there's something here. So just take it how it applies for your situation. But I do feel this energy of this person trying to make something work here. And with this others' opinions, I do feel like there is this hidden or secrecy energy towards this connection. So this person may, this connection may be under wraps or not out in the open. Even for some of you, even if you're in separation and you're not involved with this person, communicating and stuff, it could be that this person has, a lot of desire and, thinks about connecting with you, but they are worried about, what others may think. Okay. So some of you, this could be somebody from your past. So especially if things didn't go well, they could be worried about what their family may think about them trying to reconnect. Or if they're, if they are really focusing on their career, like, is this the right time? Or if they're in a commitment, it's like, what would my family think if I went in this direction? So I do feel like that is showing up as a factor here. Yeah, there is somebody here where I do feel like somebody, like I said, they daydream about what a future could look like with you, but there's something about that feels like, it's only in a dream. Like there's something about it that feels very unobtainable, or, yeah, we're going to leave that there. Something that feels very unobtainable at this time. So it's simple, really. They do have feelings for you and they're very clear about how they feel for you. It's just what to do with that. They definitely could feel very restricted when it comes to this connection. There's some kind of sense of responsibility that they feel Or, you know, like I said, whatever there is that they're maintaining this, trying to maintain two things here. Now with this reconciliation rebuild, they could think about reconnecting with you or think about trying to make something work with you. But like I said, they do feel very restricted, or they feel like the kind of vision that they are seeing for the two of you, it feels very unobtainable right now. So we're going to get into the tarot and kind of see what's going on here. Okay, something popped out for you. We have the Queen of Swords. So, one, I feel like this person, you know, they could be trying to like find some kind of solution. Like I said, I feel like they've been trying to make something work, but I feel like there's something about it that's becoming more and more difficult for them to maintain. And I feel like maybe that's something that this person is realizing. You may see somebody as being a little bit more detached or hard to read this week. If you're out of communication with this person, you could just be viewing them as being a little bit more detached. They could be, you know, detaching a little bit this week while they try to sort something out within themselves. For some of you, there could be a conversation. For those of you where you're still in communication with this person, there could be a conversation that this person feels like needs to happen. We have the Strength card. I do feel like somebody's holding back here. So if you're in communication or you're currently involved with this person, I definitely do feel like you may notice a noticeable detach, or somebody, you know, holding back, somebody being very hard to read. And I feel like it's because they have so much going on, you know, mentally and internally, just internally when it comes to this situation. Like I said, I feel somebody feeling very spread thin, and it's like feeling they're not able to continue, you know, they're not able to maintain things here. So definitely this energy of holding back, not showing as much. So you could notice a noticeable shift in communication, or, you know, in this person's energy and effort. For those of you where you're in separation, you know, somebody could feel like there is a conversation that, you know, for those of you where you're in separation, I feel like somebody is still really struggling with all of this mentally, internally, trying to kind of like sort things out within themselves, but still really holding back. So you may not see anything from them at this time. It's still this energy of kind of resisting that pull towards you while they try to sort something out within themselves. And whatever is going on, the situation is not easy for this person, because it is something that's showing up as requiring strength from them, right? It's not easy for them. So they do have, you know, deep feelings for you. We have the Queen of Pentacles. There's that energy of responsibility again. The Queen of Pentacles is, you know, nothing if she's not responsible. The Queen of Pentacles is a very, it's somebody who shows up 100% and for the things that are important to her, right? To her relationships, to her work, to her career, to her home, to her children, whatever it is. She shows up 100%. And I think it's very difficult for this person to not feel like they're able to do that here, right? Because like I said, I feel like they're trying to maintain multiple things, and they're feeling very spread thin. They're feeling like they're not able to show up in the way that they want to show up. So one, I feel like that's very difficult. Some of you could be dealing with another Capricorn. For some of you, I see two queens here. There definitely could be, you know, a connection with you, and a connection, you know, that they're all another connection. So, you know, this person could feel like, I want to be all in somewhere. I want to be loyal. I want to be these things. And I feel like I can't maintain that here, you know, with both of these. So I see the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like somebody's becoming aware that something is going to have to end, that they can't keep going the way that they have been going. Somebody could just be, like I said, feeling very detached right now, really trying to figure something out. The Queen of Pentacles can be a card of like self-care, really focusing on themselves or their responsibility or what's right in front of them. Even if this is like a work situation that they're, feeling spread thin, it's like I feel like they're more focused on that this week. So you may notice a noticeable shift in detachment. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So this person knows that there's some kind of potential or offer here, right? Between the two of you, there is something here. But with the Ace of Pentacles, I look at it like a seed, right? The aces are like seed, they're potential and opportunity. And if I give you a pumpkin seed and you don't do anything with it, if you just hold it in your hand, you're not going to get pumpkins, right? But there's potential for pumpkins. You have to go out and you have to plant the seed and, wait, and then it'll turn into pumpkins. But you have to do something with it is the point. And I feel like that here where, this person sees that there's this potential, but they're not quite sure if they can plant it. They're not quite sure what they can do with it yet. And I feel like that's what they're trying to figure out here. I see the Wheel of Fortune. Now this is coming out underneath the Strength card, which tells me that this person is feeling a strong pull to progress with you or to move back towards you for those of you that are in separation. That being said, that's what they're resisting here with it coming out underneath the Strength card. So they feel like there could be something here, but like I said, they definitely feel like they have to find a solution or they have to make a decision here, that they can't keep going the way that things are. And if something is going to have, a real shot, if something is going to be able to move forward or progress, then there's something that is going to need to be cut out or adjusted. And, the Wheel of Fortune can talk about cycles. So I definitely do feel like there's something here where this person feels like it is time. Okay, it is time to make this change. They can't stay where they are anymore. Because the Wheel of Fortune it's a card of change, but it's one that's needed. It's one that it's time for. And then I see the Four of Swords. So I see the Page of Swords here as well. I do feel like you could move into a period of separation or a period of no contact if you're already communicating. If you're in communication, if you're not in communication, I kind of still feel like a period of silence here while somebody sorts this out. Somebody is still very fixated on you. I mean, even if they're not saying anything to you, even if they are in this detached energy or they do go quiet, they're still very fixated on you. This person is really thinking about you, but it's like more of like observing from afar, trying to figure something out from afar, or focused on you but from afar here. And it definitely is like reviewing things, trying to find some kind of solution here. But under that, I do see the Eight of Cups. So I do feel like somebody could walk away or could pull their energy back here, and really try to kind of focus on what they feel like they need to focus on. And the Justice card here as well. Somebody does want to do what they feel like is the right thing. And I feel like it's becoming too difficult on this person to stay in the energy that you guys are in here, where they're in this indecisive energy or trying to maintain two things. It's not something they feel like they can keep up here. So I do feel like you may, the Four of Swords can just be a pause. It doesn't have to I don't see necessarily an ending here, but I do see somebody may go quiet for a while while they try to figure something out here. So if you notice a pullback or somebody detaching, or if you're already in this space, I do kind of see that here for a while. Somebody's still being very fixated on you while they do that. Now we're going to take a look at what they're going to be doing moving forward, or how they're moving forward. I see the Knight of Wands and the Empress. So the problem with this is I do feel, a very inconsistent energy from this person. And you may see that too. Somebody could be very hot and cold or very in and out. And I would be careful with that. Capricorn, I would, because it doesn't feel like it's intentional, like trying to play games or something like that. It does feel like, they have a lot of feelings for you, and they kind of give into those feelings, right? They can't resist, and they give into those feelings when you're in separation. They're thinking about you, they're missing you, and they give into that. And then they give into it, and now that it's like, I can't maintain this, so something has to go, and then they kind of pull their energy back. So even though I do feel like somebody is in silence or somebody pulling their energy back, I also feel like somebody will pop back in. So that makes it difficult for you to, move forward, or for this to progress in a solid way. But that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I do hope that this helps, and everything that you need to know is in the description box below for you. And if you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.